I'm pretty excited because it looks like it could be a game changer. G'day mate, my name's Ryde and I want to take a look at the latest dual boiler machine called the Profitec Move. Now they recently teased us with this short little introductory video showcasing some of the features on this machine and what it looks like in particular, because not only is it a high quality and high-end machine that's probably super reliable, but it's also a super sexy looking machine. So I want to show you the teaser video right now, and then we can talk about it when we come back. Well, firstly, it's a dual boiler, which means you can extract espressos at the same time as steaming milk. And that means that your workflow is much faster. And if you had to make multiple coffees in the morning, then you can really pump through them in a short amount of time. The other features that they're saying that it will have precise temperature on both the brew head and on the steam boiler, meaning you can really hone it in to play around with the temperatures if you're using lighter roasted or darker roasted coffees. And I think that is a real must in this day and age, because not every coffee is the same and you do need to play around with the temperatures, because they do actually under extract or over extract certain coffees depending on the roast. Now, getting back to the biggest feature I think that this machine will have is that more often than not, a dual boiler is quite a large machine, because instead of having just one boiler, you need to have two. And if you don't want to just make one coffee, you need to have significant boiler reservoirs, so that you need to have enough room in there to make multiple coffees or steam multiple lattes. In fact, it's only about 6 centimeters, which is about 2 inches wider than the Profitec Go, which is a single boiler. So you're looking at about 10.6 inches in the width, which is tiny, but you don't lose any of the water volume, because the reservoir that the cold water sits in is actually a huge 3.8 liters, which is actually bigger than most of the dual boiler machines anyway. Well, you saw the video there. What are your first thoughts on that? Now, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing if you like these videos and you want to see other videos similar to this, where I talk about machines and just make better coffees at home. But otherwise, you can also share this video if you've got a friend that might be interested in looking at a coffee machine. Anything to help get the channel out there, to help baristas at home like yourself make better coffee cheaper. The other features that they've sort of teased at on this machine are precision brewing temperatures on your brew head and on your steam boiler, and as well as pre-infusion, customizable pre-infusion, shot counter, and all of that information is tucked up in the little LCD screen, just so you can navigate through the menus, but it's not overwhelming you in taking away from any of the design of the machine. And the design of the machine, I think, is the part that I really love, because while it's only dropping in a matte black finish to begin with in fall, in 2025, they are releasing other colors, and you can see there from the video, they've teased it like a coral, a yellowy, mustardy canary yellow, and maybe a light sky blue. Maybe there's a stainless steel version as well, like the Profitec Go, I'm not sure. But there's going to be a range of colors that will suit different kitchens, which I absolutely love. And on top of that, there's these beautiful knobs and the portafilter in a walnut timber, which just look gorgeous. And the actuators themselves, the steam wand and the water boiler actuators, look gorgeous. So you can just flick them around and control them. These look so good, I could literally eat them. And the other thing that I love on the portafilter too is they've brought in the silicone detachable naked spouts. So you can turn it from a naked portafilter into a spouted portafilter, and you don't have to wait for that extra metal to heat up. So it just reduces the time for that portafilter to be ready, which I really love. And you've seen this already in the La Marzocco Micra and the La Marzocco Mini, and there's some other machines that are coming out. And I really think this feature is great, because not everyone wants to use naked portafilters, but also not everyone wants to split their coffee either. Now, the other great thing about this dual boiler is that you can actually turn off one of the boilers. So if you want to turn off your steam, because mostly you're making espressos or long blacks anyway, you can do that. And that's what I love about this machine. And my biggest gripe about the ECM Puristica which is actually the same company in case you didn't know, just make a slightly higher quality. But the ECM Puristic only does espresso. It cannot do milk. It does have no steam functionality. Never, never, ever. What? Forever, ever? Forever, ever. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Which is great for those purists, except I don't know many people that have friends that only drink espresso. I have many, many friends that come over and will drink a hot chocolate and a latte and other sorts of milk drinks. And yes, I drink mostly black coffee, but not all the time. And to have that option to turn it off, but then to turn it on quickly, I think is a hugely, hugely underrated feature. Now it says it has a fast heat up time, but it's still 9 minutes, which isn't that much faster than the Profitec Go, which is about 5 to 7 minutes. And obviously there's other machines out there which deliver almost heat instantly or within about a minute or 2 minutes. So 10 minutes isn't super fast. However, on the plus side, the amount of energy it takes to heat up the portafilter, the steel around the edges of the portafilter, takes about 9 minutes anyway. But 9 minutes isn't super duper fast, and there's a lot of other machines which actually heat up a lot quicker. However, it does give it enough time to heat up the steel of the portafilter too, so that's fine. And most people can wait 9 minutes. All in all, I am super duper excited to see this machine drop. And if Profitec are watching this, please reach out to me because I'm really keen to get my hands on it and do a deeper dive. So if you've got any way of allowing me to do that, I'm certainly appreciative. For the rest of you waiting, I want to know, is this a machine that you would consider buying? I believe it's going to hit under 2K or around that 2K US dollars. So it's probably going to be about 3K in Australia, which might push it into the realm of the others. But for a dual boiler, for that size, for that many functions, it's not a bad price. And I think it will really compete with the likes of some of the other dual boilers that are at that prosumer level in Australia. But it's certainly overseas, for the US dollar, 2,000 is a steal. And I just am excited to see this in action and see what the market says about it. Until then, enjoy my videos. I'm Ryde, your coffee coach. And as always, enjoy your brew.